Hi guys, it's me again, VA Jessie, and welcome back to my channel. For today, we're going to talk about how to become an appointment setter. This is a perfect tutorial for anyone that's looking to start to work from home and also for anyone that's been doing it for a while. If you are new in my channel, my name is VA Jessie and I am the founder and agency manager of Telecrew Outsourcing. It's an online virtual assistant staffing agency. I've been also a telemarketer and salesperson for 14 years. I've been a virtual assistant for 5 years. So if you want to get more work from home tips, sales and phone skills improvement, or anything related to virtual assistants, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so that you'll be updated whenever I release a new video. If you are thinking to become a virtual assistant, there would be a lot of clients that might offer you an appointment setting job. What is an appointment setter? From the word itself, it's very self-explanatory. You will be setting an appointment for your client. You will be calling a lead list to schedule an appointment. You have to convince the lead or the customer to meet your client or the salesperson to have an opportunity to discuss the products or services. So without further ado, let's go ahead and discuss the 10 things that will help you become a better appointment setter today. Number 1, focus on setting the appointment instead of selling the actual products or services. There are things that are better off discussed by your clients. So in order for you to be a successful appointment setter, you have to sell the idea of why is it to the benefit of the customer or the lead to spend their time talking to your client about a certain product or services. Why would they go and meet your client for a presentation? So it's very important that you focus on that and not selling the actual products. Because sometimes if you go too deep or discuss things that you shouldn't, things go sideways, and sometimes the appointments are not pushing through because of that. Because like I said, there are things that are better off discussed by the professional or by your client so that it would ensure that the deal would be closed. Number 2, the less you know about the product, the better. Sometimes knowing a lot of things would tempt you to discuss it during the conversation, and that would not be good for you because, again, like I said, there are things that are better off discussed by your client. Typically, your client would only discuss things with you or would only train you for certain information that you should know. And that's okay because, again, your focus is just to set the appointment and not sell the actual product. Number 3, probe and ask open-ended questions. When you ask open-ended questions, this would not give your client an opportunity to say no. You're not supposed to ask them a question that's answerable by yes or no. For example, if you ask them, do you think your company would like this? What do you think would be the answer? Of course, you're disturbing them and they're not expecting your call, so most likely they will say no. And this is very effective also whenever I'm trying to close the appointment. So instead of asking them, are you available tomorrow to meet with my client? And of course they will say no. What I do is I make them choose. So tomorrow morning, would you be available or afternoon is better for you? Number 4, always be closing. So this means that you should always be assumptive. You should always be aiming to close the appointment. If you're already in the middle of the conversation, you shouldn't wait for the other person to tell you that they're actually interested. You should be assumptive and should always aim to close. Do not let them control the conversation. You control the conversation. Number 5, you should always ask for alternative contact information and for an email address. It's very important because your client will call the lead probably the day before the appointment or a couple of hours before. And there are times that the lead who agreed with an appointment will not answer the phone. So if this happens, your client will not show up on the appointment and it will not be considered as a valid appointment. So if we have an alternative contact, then it would be a lot easier. And also ask for an email address from the customer or from the lead, because nowadays a lot of people are using emails and texts instead of the typical phone, right? And of course, also make sure that you have the mobile number of your lead so that, again, it would be easier for your client. If they don't pick up, they can text the lead and confirm the appointment. But take note, there are times, especially for older people, that they don't have other contact information aside from the landline. So you cannot, or you should not, push the client to give you an alternative contact if you feel that they don't really have one. Okay, so you shouldn't be bombarding them with questions or forcing them to give you anything if they have nothing to give. Number 6 is for you to send confirmation emails to the lead. Do this every after the appointment is set. Okay, so after you talk to the lead, you were able to set the appointment, you were able to inform your client about it. What you should do is you should send an appointment setting confirmation to the lead. Why is it important? It's important because A, it's more professional, right? B, it gives your client an opportunity to introduce themselves. So basically, on that email, you can put in your client's information and kind of a summary of what he or she does, and their contact details as well. And this would give the lead an opportunity to review your client's details and would feel more comfortable with the upcoming appointment, right? They would feel obligated for the appointment because it seems that you and your client already have allotted your time and penciled in the appointment. 7 is you should always confirm your appointments. Follow up on the day of the appointment a couple hours ahead and call the lead or even text them if they don't answer, email them if they don't answer, to confirm that, hey, we are meeting you today. You are scheduled to see my client today at 1 p.m. and I'm just, calling to check if we're still on. We're excited to see you. So something like that. It would be a lot easier for your client to solidify the appointment if you do that, because it's just going to be a waste of time for them if ever they go there and where the lead wouldn't be there. So it's just a waste of time, it's a waste of effort, and this really disappoints your clients. Number 8, nurture and follow up. In appointment setting, you really cannot avoid an appointment being canceled or someone not showing up. So your responsibility as a virtual assistant is to make sure that you follow up on this lead, because they agreed to meet your client for a reason. However, they just need to cancel it because something came up, right? Because they really have to. So what you need to do is to follow up and nurture this lead to ensure that you would still be able to convert it later on, okay? You should not let this fall through the cracks, because who knows if this is a potential sign up for your client. You would never know unless you do the certain follow-up and nurturing, right? So if by the time that after so many attempts to reschedule it, or after so many attempts to follow through, that certain leads still don't show up, or it seems that they're not very serious, then you can let them go. But at least you did your part, and this really impresses a lot of clients. Number 9, manage the calendar of your client. Make sure that you have the initiative to ask for your client's calendar, because of course you have to know what time they are available, what days they are available, and how many hours are they able to allot for a certain appointment, right? So you have to make sure that you have a copy of their calendar and that it is shared with you, and you have to plot an appointment there, okay? You need not to have your clients do this. So if there's a successful appointment, you have to make sure that you yourself would plot it on the calendar, so it's going to be a lot easier for your client. Finally, number 10, you have to focus on the quality instead of quantity. If you can do both, that's a lot better. What I'm trying to say is you have to make sure that you're not setting an appointment just for the sake of setting the appointment, because again, this is going to be a waste of time for your client. For example, if you're talking to a lead and you feel that the appointment is a bit shaky and they're not really serious, or they are being forced, you would definitely feel it, right? If you feel this, then do not push for the appointment. You have to make sure that there is a commitment from the lead before you actually set the appointment, because again, your client would go there and they will know if that appointment is not valuable to them. So that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. That concludes my tutorial for today about appointment setting. I hope that you will share this to your family and friends. Again, if you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe to my channel and also hit the notification bell. If you like this video, hit the like button. It would really mean a lot to me. And you can comment down below if you have any questions about my tutorial today, or if you have any suggestions about what could be a good video that I should create next time. I would appreciate it. And thank you so much once again, and I'll see you on my next video.